Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 50 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on a blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Trump gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Hold us in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. Farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds. Got you wild and free.
Damn straight, I got you wild and free. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? If you're somewhere in Australia, good evening and good night, I guess. Welcome to the Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 50. That means 50 times we've done this together, and I couldn't be more appreciative. You know, like, it takes a lot of time and effort to produce these, and for you to take your time out of your day and to listen in and to comment and participate, it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate you being here with me every single day. If you're new to the stream, I'll welcome you. We try to cover all types of markets, NFTs, memes, traditional finance, you know, tokens, coins, whatever, staking, DeFi, whatever comes our way. And so, you know, there's a lot of options for us to look at. There's a lot of things we can do. So every day seems to be more eventful. Like yesterday's streams, for example, I did number 49, and I went through so many things, and I realized I didn't touch up on all other things like the CPI and the PPI that are coming up, and what that means in terms of the market and inflation and rate cuts and all this other stuff. So, I mean, I missed that altogether. And then I wanted to talk about GME, which is a meme coin that's kind of corresponding with GameStop stock, meme coin, I guess you can, or meme stock, you can call them. And we can go over that, but we can do that today. And so there's lots to do every single day. There's lots to talk about. So, but before we get started, as always, give me a follow on Twitter, on social media. You can stay in touch with me, and I will try to post as much as I can throughout the time that I'm online. if I find something really meaningful, like a really good setup, I'll throw it on there. But most of the stuff that you will see is through my streams, and mostly in the Discord that we have with Dgenz NFT. So if you're not a part of our community, give us a follow right here. That will be the link you hit. And then, sorry, this is the Discord. This is the Discord. This is our all the links that we have. And we're an awesome community that tries to, make money and support each other and try to have fun while doing all of that. So if you're interested in something like this, give us a follow and come to our Discord and say hi. If you want to participate in the stream, as always, it's really simple. All you have to do is go to the broadcast page and then hit up the chat section, right? And that will be down in the right corner, and say GM chart, happy Saturday. Just like that. I will go over some of the comments and requests. If I find something useful or interesting, I will post it on the stream and we'll go over it together. All right. And lastly, if you are taking calls from our Discord, this QR code will give you 10% off. So if you are making those trades, you can actually make some money as well back to your account. 10% off all the trades if you scan the QR code, because that's with Blowfin. All right, so go to Blowfin, register, use our QR code, and get 10% off. So let's take a look at the news. Are you going to buy this token? If you're ready to take on some risk, are you buying this token? So it says here, Trump-supported World Liberty Financial will start public token sale next week. That's WLFI. Guy's so traditional, I can't even put up a cool name. WLFI token sale will be open for everyone who has been qualified through the project's whitelist. So if you haven't been on the whitelist, you're not going to be able to participate in the sale. I don't know. I think, timing is also actually really, really good for him, because he's doing it before he becomes potentially the president. Choose prime minister, the president. And so I think this token, if it's launched on time, could have a pump. But I have a hard time believing anything related to Trump will pump past the election. So regardless of whether or not he wins the election or not, if this token is released on time, then maybe there is going to be a pump. So it says here, public sale starts October 15th, open to everyone who qualifies through the whitelist. Bettors on blockchain-based prediction market Polymarket see Donald Trump as a front runner in a presidential election. Yeah, we know that. Doesn't say anything about listing or when the airdrop's going to be for the tokens. So maybe the timing is next year. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm not taking part in that. I might see what happens to it when it lists. If the timing is correct and then it bottoms out, then I'll think about it. But what do you guys think? All right, what else is there? So we did have a nice Bitcoin jump, which we'll go over in a second. We were trading above 63 for a little bit. Let's see what that means. We have a day and a half left before the weekly close happens. We'll go over that tomorrow. Specifically, we'll see what happens with next week. But interesting article about MicroStrategy. So if you guys are not aware, MicroStrategy is practically the company that is essentially buying most of the Bitcoin and is trying to leverage its stock price with allocation to Bitcoin, right? So it's got a pretty decent exposure to Bitcoin, right? So one of the things I've noticed about this article is talking about how MicroStrategy is almost in a super cycle and a bubble, right? Which means like it's gaining much more value than the asset that it's buying. So, for example, MicroStrategy is buying all this Bitcoin with its now allocated asset wealth. So the price of stock of MicroStrategy is going up, but the underlying asset that they're buying and leveraging themselves against is not going up as much. So the Bitcoin is going up by, I think, 4%, and then the stock price is going up at 11%. So at some point, there's going to be a reversal, right? And what will happen is the bubble will burst on MicroStrategy in that sense, right? The stock itself will tumble much faster than, say, Bitcoin. So say Bitcoin goes down 5% after the bull run, strategy is going to go down like 15%, right? And everyone's going to be like, fuck, what happened? Says here, MicroStrategy's net asset value, the NAV premium, hit 2.5 times its Bitcoin holdings, which is the highest since February 2021. See, so that means once we get into the bull run, that's going to be even higher. So most likely we're going to get to like 5 times its Bitcoin holdings. The gap is rising even more on Friday as MicroStrategy shares jump 11% versus Bitcoin's 3% advance. And so just because it's aggressively accumulating, doesn't mean that the share price is going to continue to go up. So at some point, there's going to be a sell-off, right? Because it's going to be overestimated, overvalued. It's just a fallacy. It's going to be like, okay, as long as strategy is adding Bitcoin to its holdings, and we know Bitcoin is going to go to like 1 million a Bitcoin, eventually that MicroStrategy's stock price is going to continue to go up. It's true, but if one asset goes up 11%, it's going to go down eventually 11% as well, right? So you got to be careful if you're buying MicroStrategy in general. Like, you got to be careful how you're doing this. You're almost better off to buy Bitcoin right now and then see what happens. But so this is the NAV, right? The premium. So looks like 2020 to 2021, the premium was going down, right? Because obviously Bitcoin is going up. And so now, I think just before the Bitcoin run up, it jumped to a really, really big high. So maybe this is something to look at, the NAV premium, as a leading indicator to when Bitcoin is going to jump. So if we get up to maybe like 4.5 times to 5 times, is that an indication it's going to have a run? And it trades like a chart. If you look at it very closely, it looks really, really similar to our actual chart, right? So it's like there, then jumps, then double top. So it's interesting to see if that actually is a leading indicator. Okay. And this is what I mean. Like, MicroStrategy has outperformed Bitcoin into 2024. Yeah, of course it would be, because people are expecting Bitcoin to run. So they're buying MicroStrategy, right? So they can buy Bitcoin, essentially. All right. Just looking at some comments right now. Good morning, everyone. All right. Good news about Mt. Gox is that they're postponing repayment deadline to 2025. So that means at the end of the bull run, finally. So they're saying they're concerned that Bitcoin is going to have selling pressure because of this 2.8 billion of Bitcoin being dumped on the market. Yeah. And it says here 6 billion worth of assets to creditors earlier. So there's still lots to be dumped, but yeah, it's good to see that they're going to wait until the highest point of the bull run to do it. That's what I was saying earlier. It doesn't make any sense for Mt. Gox people to be selling Bitcoin now, knowing that it's going to double in value in about 6 months to 8 months, right? And so, like, it's stupid. If you knew this money is coming to you, why would you dump right away, knowing it could double? So, yeah, it makes sense. This just totally makes sense. I think that's it. I don't think I saw anything else that made any sense or anything interesting. We'll look at Politify tokens right now, all right? Because I think it's important. So because Donald Trump is at least in the lead with the polls, I guess we see, but I'm a big skeptic of polls because people who participate in the polls are really strongly swayed of that opinion. So for example, only the participants of these polls will be the strongest opinioned ones. So if you are a really strong Trump supporter, you're going to vote for Trump on a poll. If you're not thinking about it or you're not sure, you kind of know, but you don't feel strongly about the election anyway, you're not going to vote. So it's really a representation, it's an exaggerated representation of actually what happens during the election. So the polls are not really great to look at because they're so varied. Like, depends on what site you use. How do you feel about a certain, site presenting the poll and so on and so forth. So I don't know if I would even trust them. But anyway, my point is that according to Polymarket, Trump is leading. So we can look at Trump, for example, and see where we are. We talked about this setup before on the daily. It looks super healthy, although there is a little bit of regression. I'll show you what I mean with MACD. So if I were to go into MACD, right? So we always talk about these momentum shifts, right? We're starting to see some. The bars are pretty tall, so that means like it's the same size as the previous bar. So the momentum is strong, but it's slowly reversing. Okay. So at any point we can have a shift and it can go downwards. Now, I don't think we're going to get there. I think we still have about 2 weeks before I get worrisome about this price action. All right. So what that means is I think we're going to get probably here on this MACD, which means it's going to go up to here, 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 and then come down. Okay. Does that make any sense? So if you're trading Trump, you're holding for that. So any of these, momentum swings intraday, like day to day, doesn't mean anything because the end point is in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks time. Okay. So in 2 weeks, we'll see where we are and then go from there. But for right now, I think we're good. If you look at the actual price action, it looks healthy enough to me. If you zoom in, looks good. It's all green candles, right? We did have like all of this to worry. So we talked about this before. If you were thinking of like selling anything, you could start maybe here. Okay. So 63. We are at a resistance right now. Yeah, about there. I think we do break that and get into this section. So we really need to get into this section. So we pop to here and then come back down. Because if it rejects here where we are and comes down, that's a bearish move, right? We have to break through this resistance if it's a bullish move. If this is a bearish move, it would stop right at this moment and then go down. Okay. So we really want to be in here. Endpoint, I think, depends on momentum, really. Like if we have strong momentum, I think we can get up to all the way to the top, which will be nice, right? Should be all the way up to here. But for now, based on the fact that we have about 2 weeks left, let's work on this being the top. So about $1.25, $1.30 Okay. I think that's fair to say. Let's look at the other one. That's Kamala Harris. So it doesn't have much momentum at this point, although it does move really quickly. So if you were hoping for something, know that there's going to be 2 more weeks of pretty much bullshit from both sides, and there could be momentum at any point for any of this, right? I do think we should be thinking about selling here, right? So if we were to sell, we'll be about here. Okay. Again, if we get crazy and we get to the last top, probably there, I would say get out. So it's almost like a 2x from the last one. So if you were to say we get into here, come back down, pop, that will be your exit. Be happy with what you get. Just be happy. Okay. Because we have no idea what happens after the election, right? Even if somehow, I don't know, in the bull run, we start pumping like crazy, fine. We'll assess it then, right? We'll assess it in January or February when we have to. But post-election, just let it go. Okay, so those are the Politify tokens. The one token I wanted to talk about is GME. That's GameStop. It's been doing pretty good. I'll show you why. Well, for one, let's go back for a second. So one of the things I noticed right away is look at the makers. Okay, and the transactions. That's substantial to my list. I know my list is not long enough, but I'm only curious in the tokens that I'm playing. And so this one is substantial, like bigger than PopCat. And PopCat is a major at this point. So I think you definitely have to watch it. Like, there's going to be a run in it. Okay. Let's zoom out first. Okay. So if you guys remember when GameStop, the stock meme went like crazy, we had a really, really big run, like right here. And then another one here. Those are daily candles. Okay. So if we were to take a look and see how much it can go up. So this one went up let me do that again. Is that 2,230%? Because that's what it looks like. Okay, so that's 22x. So this one went up. Let's go to the top of the candle. So this one was 279%, which is manageable, right? But my point is that all it takes is one day for this to go. And so I think we're getting closer and closer to that jump. You guys notice the MACD is crossing over, right? We're soon going to get into this positive territory here. Like right here. Okay. In case it doesn't have the run that we wanted to have over here, these are the exits. Okay. Those are the exits. And so play them accordingly. So 0065 and then the other one is 0047. There's a chance it would get up to here as well. Like that's almost 1 penny. All right. It's up to you what you want to do in terms of selling it. You can go on a lot of these exchanges. Like I'll show you what I mean. All right, let's look up GME. Okay, so market cap of 24 million. I don't really care where it gets in terms of market cap. But the volume is really good. 6 million volume. Supply is fully diluted, obviously. Let's look at markets. So you can see like it's listed everywhere. HCX, Mexi, Gate, CoinX, right? So there's plenty of options out there if you want to sell it on a centralized exchange. If you want to sell it through Dex Screener or through Radium, even Jupiter, it's easy to do, right? So easily you can do that. But yeah, a big run is coming. And I think it's shame if you don't add to your position now, right? I don't know whether or not we're going to get some crazy like we saw earlier, like these ones, but we can definitely get something to here and then back down. Be a nice run. The other one that I was going to mention and I didn't, but I mentioned before was used car. I mean, this one just went bananas. Like, I did see it here. I totally forgot about it. And then I saw it pump. I'm like, fuck, I missed it. Once I miss it, I don't go back into it. I don't even look at it. To me, it's all about your entry, right? So for here, if we were to go from the low to the high, it's 400%, 461. That's a good run. So now you got to wait and let it come down. Please don't enter a used car. Okay. Because on the daily, it looks like this, right? So we talked about this in many other setups as well. Like this is the area we have to sell, right? Resistance is here. And so if this action rejected and then went down, it would have been bearish. Because it's bullish, it goes straight up. Okay. That's used car. Do we have any requests? Oh, we do. Okay, here we go. We have Slurf. Let's do Slurf. Is that one pumping? It sounds like it might be pumping. Let's go to Dex Screen. Oh yeah. So congrats if you bought the bottom. The problem with these candles, like you can see what was happening, right? You know, you have this candle, regression. Candle, does that mean regression? So that's the question I have every time I see a candle like this is like, is that an initial pump and then dump? Or are we going to have continuation? So good continuation candles are like this, right? Like you can see them. Every time you see a massive candle like this, it's usually time to dump. So if you already are in Slurf and you got this kind of candle, I would say to you, definitely scale out some. Is there a possibility we get to higher levels? Absolutely. Oh yeah, liquidity 61 million because you burned it all by accident. Is that right? I remember that. I remember that story. But yeah, we're looking for this area here. This area here to get out. So it's a decent return. If you actually think this is going to have a run to this level, that's a really good return. And volume is pretty good. 33 million. Okay. Wow. 15,000 transactions. That's really good. And then Bozo. Did Bozo pump as well? Let me check it out. Actually, I do have Bozo on my radar. Yeah, so see what happened? This is what I mean by these candles, right? You have this massive candle, right? People get excited for whatever reason, and then they dump immediately. So this was what happened and turned the candle actually red. So if you have these tokens that you're not sure of and you get like a gift of a candle like that, please sell, right? It could be an exit because look at this, right? Can Bozo end up getting up to here, like this massive level here? For sure. Do you want to wait for that? All depends on your risk level. It is only a 10x from here to there, but the risk is so high that would you want to even take it? There's 10x opportunities somewhere else. So I would say maybe buy something else. Yeah, so that's bozo. We do a little bit more, but we haven't looked at Bitcoin yet. We got to do Bitcoin really quickly. So let's get into Bitcoin. So that's dominance for Bitcoin. Let me look at, there we go. All right. So you see how we're getting really quickly out of this formation. We dumped to 59 level, right? Which was basically like a touchback to here, right? So this is the area we were looking at. Touch that area and then sprung right away. So that means people are happy with that area and they were buying. And now we're looking to get out. So let me go to 4-hour scale. And this is where we are. This could actually spring us into October, supposedly October, but I think we do get it. I think we do get the spring action to 74, 72 to 74, maybe up to here. Right, we have about 18, 19 days left. So plenty of time, but I think we need to get going. And I think we'll get to at least this level here by the end of tomorrow. So 66,000. Okay. We'll look at weekly candles tomorrow, so we're not going to do that. So dominance again, we mentioned this 1,000 times. We want to make sure that this is dumping, right? And we're getting rejections like crazy. You know, this was a false breakout. And so I think also looking really, really good right now. Total 3 is moving up as we expect now because the dominance is dumping. We're going to get into that area right there, into this area, probably by the end of October. So I fully think we are going to do this, right? And then of course tether dominance is falling, right? So we wanted this to fall. Maybe we get a bounce here, but I don't think we do. I think we just keep going because October should be bullish enough. So this is going to just keep dumping into this area here, all right? Which makes sense. We have some spots here that are significant, right? So you would take this and go, all right, we're going to be there. Two more things to do before we end the stream. I want to look at Velo and Opulus. I always try to do those two, but let me do Velo and Opulus. All right. I guess we can say we're good. You know, let's take a look at MACD for a second. So this is on the 4-hour scale. It looks like it's kind of pinching. Maybe we do have some resistance, but you know, if Bitcoin started to pump, I think we're going to get a pump to here. So don't be surprised that all of a sudden everybody's talking about Velo again, because you know, most likely we do get a pump here, which means we have this nice inverted head and shoulders. And then probably by the end of October, we pump into that top, what we talked about, which is right there. So there. Okay. And last of the day is Opulus. Let's go, friends. Let's show Lee some love. Let's buy some Opulus today. I know it's important because this should be one of the most talked about projects in all of RWA. It actually solves real world problems for musicians and artists and provides capital for not only artists, but it provides investment opportunities for people with capital. And I personally would love to get into, investing into some artists that are unknown. That'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to that marketplace that he always talks about. Maybe we'll get some price action to that top, maybe at the launch of the marketplace. But yeah, stay positive. Don't think negatively about any of these, Opulus and Bello and others. Believe me, when things come and we're going to be up here, we're going to hate ourselves for not buying so much down there. All right. Thank you again for joining me for episode 50. It's been 50 days that we've done this. This is amazing. I fully expect to be there for number 365 too. And I'm curious to see where we are when we do that. If you found this stream helpful in any possible way, give it a retweet or restream or reshare, whatever you want to call it these days. And maybe sometimes that reshare is going to help somebody. So let's see if that happens. I thank you again for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Number 51.
That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily.
Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on the blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Trump gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Rollers in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see.
Fortunes you can see.
Mining all those diamonds. Digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.